Welcome back to the People's Game Day Halloween edition. I'm your host, Dallas Hanson, joined by my good Betty, live in flesh, Dr. Borm. We've got also Lane Malay, a.k.a. Mr. Incredible, and lordy, it's got to be Jerry. All right.
Fun fact, this is what I wore to a game in 2007. Still fits.
Nice, buddy. All right. We got to go from our bet that we made last week.
All right, so my bet going into this next week, I'm going to do a parlay. So since we've got the Big Ten back, we've got Josh Borm, who's a big Nebraska fan, and they are, what are they, they're a 26, but we'll call it 21. We'll just bet both 21.
Oh,
so
no. You give me all those points.
Okay, so I'm betting I'm betting Borm that Nebraska does not cover and the 26.5. And I'm also betting Jordan Neuwirth that Tennessee does not cover their 21 against Bama.
Here's shots.
Well, hold on, I got to pour it.
Why don't you just drink out of the bottle?
Yeah, why don't you drink out of the bottle, dude?
I don't like to
That glass is for your shot.
Lane, your costume is a 10 out of 10.
Thank you.
Good?
You look like
Fighting
Mr.
crime in a
Incredible
busy
at
week,
the end of
but I'll be taking care of business.
Tennessee not being back. Here's to the 90s. Here we go.
People in Casper will be safe this weekend. That's all I got to say.
You know, he kind of destroyed the town every time he tried to help it.
Okay. Okay.
It's called collateral damage, Jordy.
We're going to move on to shame shots. I'll start off. My shame shot of the week. My shame shot of the week is shame on COVID-19. Breaking news, Trevor Lawrence is out this week due to COVID-19. So shame on COVID. Shame.
Damn COVID. Shame. Shame, COVID.
Damn shame.
Yeah.
That was
Gosh,
my
what's your
shame.
shame, buddy?
I had a few shames last week. I thought Pitt would hang with Notre Dame. That was wrong. I'd say my biggest shame, which not too embarrassed about, but I thought Nebraska would stay within 27. They didn't. 5.
Do I need another shot here?
Ohio State's good. So, shame on me for picking Nebraska to stay within 27.
Shame. Lane,
Shame.
what's your shame there, Mr. Incredible?
Well, my shame is not so incredible.
That cost.
I really went off and teed off on Notre Dame last week. Like, they were my upset. I thought Pitt was going to handle them. I still don't think they're very good. But I will acknowledge that Notre Dame played better than I thought. They still suck. Powers, I love you, but I also hate you.
Powers will be on the show next week.
Yeah, Luke Powers is coming on the show next week, so we'll have him. Jordan Neuwirth, what's your shame of the week, buddy?
Let's be honest, I'm just ashamed of who I am. Oh God.
Austin.
Oh, he bought and broke his camera.
Computer broke.
Oh.
Froze like that with like 6 chins.
Look at that frozen image. Well, while
Jordan
Jordan,
technical difficulties.
while
In
Jordan,
Lambeau.
while Mr. Green Bay takes care of his technical difficulties, Josh, why don't you bring us into the standings for the week?
Now let's talk about the standings. So last week, me and Mr. Incredible over there.
Jordan, how do you feel about him?
Jordan's not with us. Let's discuss our results. Me and you, Lane. He's back.
My God. You know this is real Suede.
Anyway, standings. Me and Lane. Al went 9 and 6 or 8 and 6. And Jared went 7 and 7, which bumped him down to second place time for Lane. Dally leads the pack. I'm nipping at the heels.
First or last?
I'm coming.
First or last?
The CBS, JB and the boys, Shad Stanford, the pride of Savage, Montana, the old Blue Hawk. He won the college pick'em this week.
Heck.
Well, the story. He's in last overall still, and he won the week, and he's still in last overall. So you gotta Gotta hand it to him. That was a hell of a week for Shad. Patty Ice, Paddle Boyle leads the pack. Dell, you're in second. Still down a game. Lane, you're 5 back the lead. You're in 6th place. Me and Jared got some serious work to do.
It's moving my way up. It's all right.
I'm down.
I ain't worried about it. It's light work.
We got a lot of weeks left. As far as our guest picker standings, Chad had a good week. Ended up on the leaderboard at 3rd. He also went 9 and 5. That's 3rd. Adrian went 10 and 4, and of course Sarah, self-proclaimed queen of Pick'ems, 11 and 1.
Is anybody gonna catch Sarah? I don't think so.
I think she got some
She's better
insider
than me.
info there. I don't know how the hell she did it.
Well, she did it. And we're gonna talk about our new guest this week after this. Welcome back, guys. It's a real big pleasure of mine to introduce a great friend and the new guest picker, Mr. Brock Wiggert. Brock, welcome to the show.
Schlitz.
Glad to be here. Thanks, guys.
The Hawks koozie. I love it.
Brock played
Thanks.
football with us at in Dickinson. He's a former Blue Hawk. How you been these days, Wiggs, with the Vikings and everything going on? You're a Vikes fan, right?
Yeah, I'm glad we went there right away. Thanks a lot, Dallas. Yeah. Nothing in your past that we could get right to, get through all the formalities.
All right, let's
Things are good.
Let's move on.
Let's switch gears and what did Lane say?
Let's move on.
All right. We're gonna go with our upset picks. I'm gonna start off. I'm taking the Texas Longhorns. I just listened to Matthew McConaughey. He's got a new book. They're gonna be pumped up. They're gonna beat Oklahoma State. I'm taking Texas over Oklahoma State. Who do you like for upsets?
For some reason, K-State's a dog on the road in Morgantown. I'm going to take the Wildcats over West Virginia. Lane, what do you think?
I got to go with my precious Pokes. They're coming off a heartbreaker. They're not favored to lose by a lot, but I think they're going to beat Hawaii. So go Pokes. That's my upset. Brock, what about you, buddy?
Well, first off, I just want to say I love Dallas's pick because, like most people from Texas, if he heard somebody has a new book out, he's got to listen to it to know what's in it. And I'm taking the Fighting Illini, baby.
Smith.
Oh.
No. All right, Jordan, what do you got?
Jerry?
Tell me, are you an upset? We're walking to Memphis. I got to go with them again, baby. Ma'am, I am tonight. Let's go.
Okay, let's do our locks while we're on the subject. I'm taking as a lock. I'm taking Michigan. My boy Chad Carter, his team, Michigan over Michigan State. Michigan State has not looked well so far this year. I'm taking the Wolverines. Josh, who do you like in your lock?
My lock is actually the opposite of Jordan's upset. I'm taking Cincinnati over Memphis. Bearcats big in that one. Lane, what do you think?
I, too, am going to be challenging an upset pick from our dear friend Dallas. I think Oklahoma State is going to crush Texas. As I've said in previous shows, Texas is garbage. I love Matthew McConaughey. That will never change, but Texas sucks. Brock Wiggert, your turn, buddy.
Wiggs, are you
I'm
there?
actually going to – as much as I love Texas, I am what is called a born loser. So my lock is going to be Oklahoma State. Sorry, Dal.
Wiggs, your camera's off.
Motherfucker.
There it is. No,
There we go. Sorry. I had to go grab another beer.
Jordy, who's your lock, buddy?
Moving on. I hate to say it, my lock for the week is the Florida Gators. Kyle Trask is going to be too much.
All right. I like all those. And now let's go to our games, guys. We're starting off with number 16, Kansas State playing West Virginia. Kansas State is a 3.5 favorite.
No.
West Virginia's 3.5 favorite. I'm still taking Kansas State. I think they have one of the best coaches in college football, former North Dakota State guy. What do you like in this one?
Someone looked at some stats, and on paper, West Virginia is better in every statistical category until you go look at common opponents. Kansas and Texas Tech. K-State absolutely obliterated Kansas, which every decent team should do. West Virginia still beat them by 21, but really against Kansas, like I think Lawrence High could beat Kansas by 21. So that's not a good win. And then K-State beat Texas Tech by 10. And then West Virginia lost to Texas Tech. So I think the Wildcats are a better team, even though the stats may not say so. I got the Cats in an upset. Lane, what do you got?
I think the Cats are coming to Morgantown, and they're going to lose to West Virginia. They have some notable people that are out, and the Mountaineers are going to take this one. Brock.
God, I want to be with Mr. Incredible so bad right now, but I'm gonna drink that NDSU Kool-Aid. I'm gonna go Kansas State.
Everything in me wants to pick Kansas State, but take me home, country road. Mountaineers roll.
Our next game, Memphis, they travel to Cincinnati at number 7. Cincinnati being a 6.5-point favorite. I'm taking Cincy, Travis Kelce's team. For me, who do you like?
I think Cincinnati looks more and more like a top 10 team, like they belong in the top 10. Every single week they look more and more like, we got teams like Notre Dame that barely escape against Louisville. That, maybe they don't belong in the top 10. Georgia gets waxed by Alabama. Maybe they don't belong in the top 10. Whatever, Obviously, Penn State got exposed last week. Cincinnati has nothing wrong with them on their resume. I think they keep it going, and what they did to SMU last week, I don't think Memphis has a chance. So I got Cincinnati big. Lane, what do you got?
As much as I hate siding with you in such a big part, Josh, I think you're absolutely right. I think Cincinnati is absolutely a top 10 team. I think they're lower top 10, or I think they're sitting ninth. I think they could be better even. So, I got Cincinnati winning this one. Brock.
I had Cincinnati until I listened to you geniuses, and now I'm going Memphis just because of you, Lane.
I thought you wanted to be
I'm going Cincinnati. It's Cincinnati. I don't want to, but go Bearcats.
You sound like Powers.
I tell you what, go Memphis.
Tell us what.
We're walking in Memphis.
Is there any reason except for that damn song?
All right, our next game is Michigan State coming in at 13, Michigan State going to Michigan. Michigan being number 13. I'm going with Michigan. Had a great win last week against University of Minnesota. They look really well. And that is also my lock week, so I'm taking Michigan.
Here's the deal. Michigan State lost to Rutgers last week. Michigan wins. Lane, what do you got?
Michigan wins, and Michigan wins outright. They're going to cover over 21.5. Sorry, Dahlman and Michigan State, but Michigan's got this. Brock.
Blood is thicker than college pick'em. Michigan State all day. Love you, Dahlman.
Gibson, baby.
Oh,
That is a great saying.
Michigan has a very large human playing quarterback, and they will win by very large. Go Wolverines and that tacky fuck.
All right, next game we got Purdue going to Illinois. Illinois being a 7.5 underdog. I'm going to go with the Boilermakers here. I don't know. They looked okay last week, and Illinois just looked like shit, so I'm taking Purdue. For me, who do you like?
I think Purdue wins the game. Illinois is going to move the ball. Purdue gave up 460 yards last week to Iowa, which Iowa's not in a good place. I think, Purdue wins, but Illinois covers. I think it's a close game. Lane, what do you think?
I think Purdue wins, and I think they win over 7.5. That's just my take. Brock.
I'm taking the Fighting Illini. That's my comeback. That's my underdog of the week. I'm taking them there.
Yep. I side with Wiggard. I'm taking Lovie Smith and the Fighting Illini of Champaign, Illinois.
At home. They beat Wisconsin last year.
All right. Next game is number 5, Georgia traveling to Kentucky. Georgia being a 14.5-point favorite. I'm taking the Bulldogs, representing the O'Boyles here. For me, who do you like?
Just when we thought Kentucky was going to, take a step forward, Missouri humbled them real quick. I got the Dogs big. Lane, what do you got?
I agree. I think Georgia's going to win. They're going to win by 3.5 touchdowns. Brock?
What the hell is a half touchdown?
How are they going to score half a touchdown?
I'll show you later when we're off camera.
Oh.
That came out not how I
intended. Mr. Incredible has his hidden side in the closet.
Yeah.
That's not quite what I was getting at, but
Anyways, Wickard.
go ahead, Brock.
What is it again? What's the game again?
Georgia, Kentucky.
Oh, yeah. How are they only 14.5-point favorites? Georgia all day.
Georgia.
Georgia's gonna roll.
Georgia.
Georgia is gonna
Who's
roll.
the last relevant University of Kentucky football player in the NFL?
Josh Allen.
Relevant.
Lynn
He plays for the
Fowler.
Bills. They're not relevant yet.
No, he's from
They've
Wyoming.
been good for less than
Josh Allen is the DN for the Jaguars.
You bonehead.
Benny
Oh, yeah.
Snell. Randall Cobb. Don't make me get out of this seat, Wiggert.
And just
I forgot that Neworth doesn't have a job, so he's really good at all this fucking college football
Doug Heffernan.
fun factory.
On air, even.
Wiggs,
Next.
You Doug
Hey,
Heffernan.
actually, I was defending you because I had the same job when I was in college, and it's not a bad gig.
Not bad, right?
No,
incredible work at
I liked it.
Coca-Cola.
So do I, yeah.
Did Jordan pick?
Jordan, did you pick or what the fuck?
Yeah, I said Georgia.
Georgia.
All right, next game we've got TCU. They're playing the Baylor Bears. I'm taking the Horned Frogs in this one. I like that early season magic the Horned Frogs showed. Give me TCU. Wormy, who do you like, buddy?
TCU beat Texas, great. But Oklahoma's defense was the difference last week when Oklahoma and TCU played. I got Baylor in a close one. A little bit of an upset. I got Baylor. Lane?
As much as I'm excited for this shit bowl, I'm going to go ahead and take TCU. They're both not good football teams. I'm sorry. Their win is against Texas. Baylor, I don't even know who Baylor's played. They suck. TCU is going to win this one. Sorry.
Suck.
I got to go TCU, and I don't know anything about either team. Just always
They
like
suck.
the mascot. Horned Frogs.
I love Gary Patterson. I love the Horned Frogs. I want to side with them, but the Bears are a year removed from a really, really good season. I think I'm going to go with the Golden Bears.
All right. Our next game, we're going with LSU going to Auburn. LSU being a 3.5-point favorite here. I think the Tigers turn around here. I like them.
Both Tigers.
Well,
Good call, Dal. You can't be wrong.
Tigers will win.
the Tigers.
The Tigers, they're going to win.
I'm taking LSU Tigers.
I'm the best
Tigers are
gonna
gonna
win. The Tigers.
I'll take the LSU Tigers. Wormy, who do you want, buddy?
This one's tough because both teams are really underachieving this year. I don't know. Honestly, don't know. I'll give Auburn the edge at home. Lane?
This is a tough one. Coach O, I love him to death. We were starting to see like Auburn's, but I think LSU's going to win, but I do think it'll be within a field goal. I don't think it's going to be very, very impressive game. Brock?
This is a dumb question, but are they having fans? They're not having fans, right?
SEC
They
is.
have a
They have
few.
a few, but like not like Auburn, like not enough to matter, like not 60,000 people.
I don't know. SEC don't give a fuck, so they might be.
Well, that's what I wondered. I don't know.
That's
I'm
a
gonna
good
go
question,
LSU.
actually.
LSU.
You took LSU?
Everybody say hi to Kate, and she's back from the liquor store.
Hey,
Hey,
Katie.
Hey, Benny! I like the decorations.
Go.
Happy Halloween.
Brock, you do
Tell
that?
you what, this is a Bo Nix prove it game. If he can't put up big numbers on a Bo Pelini defense, we're never gonna. He doesn't deserve to be mentioned ever again. Auburn.
Auburn wins. All right.
Okay. Then we've got number 17, Indiana. They're going to the Rutgers. Rutgers being a 12.5-point underdog. Greg Schiano is back. Indiana wins the game, but new and improved Rutgers cover.
We're back. We're back.
Rutgers, they beat Michigan State last week. You know what I mean? Channel's going to turn them around. They're going.
Know what I mean?
They're going in the right direction. Indiana wins, but Rutgers keeps it within 10. Lane, what do you think?
Hoosiers win this one, and they win over 12.5. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Brock?
Scarlet Knights.
Ooh.
Indiana just had the fleece job of the century last week against Penn State. That momentum carries over. Go Hoosiers.
All right. Next we have – thank you, Jared. Next we've got Northwestern. They're traveling to Iowa. Iowa being a 2.5-point favorite. I myself traveled through Iowa today. I'm taking the Hawkeyes. Who do you like?
Northwestern waxed that ass of Maryland last week. Iowa lost to Purdue for the third time in 4 tries. It's actually true. Iowa's in bad shape, and Northwestern's trending up. Fitz and the Cats get a win. Lane, what do you think? Fuck, we lost him.
Mr. Incredible?
I think Iowa's going to get their first win this week. Northwestern beat Maryland. Cool. What a feat. So go ahead, Brock. Your turn.
Wax that ass, though. They didn't just beat them.
Oh, congrats.
4-3.
Hey, is this heaven? No, it's Iowa. Little baseball movie reference there for you sports fans.
Good work. Good work. I stick with the Hawkeyes. The Wave is one of the best traditions in all of sports.
That's good. The Wave is awesome.
I hate Iowa, but that is good.
I love Sandlot.
Next, we've got the Longhorns traveling to Oklahoma State. This was my upset. I'm taking the Longhorns. Texas. Brock made fun of me for listening to books, but I'm still rolling with the Longhorns. Bormy, who do you like?
Oklahoma State, I think, is a little bit maybe not underrated. They're ranked pretty high. They're in the top 10. But they're disrespected by a lot of people based on this spread, 3.5, including me. I picked them to lose last week. So if you put Oklahoma or Texas' name on Oklahoma State's resume, we're talking a playoff team. So I think Oklahoma State being underrated, they prove a point this week. OK State wins, covers, big time. Go Cowboys. Lane, what do you got?
I agree. I think Oklahoma State's going to roll. But as I've said over past weeks, Texas sucks. I'm done choosing Texas. They always screw me around. This was also my lock of the week. Oklahoma State is going to crush Texas. And hopefully he doesn't put this in his audiobook. So, Brock, your turn, buddy.
Borm, the word you were looking for was underappreciated.
There you go.
And Oklahoma State all day.
Look at Brock.
I'm a man. I'm 40. Oklahoma State. Come after me, not them. I'm 40. Yeah, Oklahoma State.
Next game, we've got 25, the Boise State Broncos coming in. They're going to Air Force. Air Force is the 14.5-point underdog. I got to go with the Broncos. I mean, they're nothing but full of magic. I love them. Who do you like, Betty?
It's a tough game playing at elevation down in Colorado Springs, but I'm rolling with the Broncos until they give me a reason not to. Boise big. Lane?
As a Mountain West fan, Boise is the top team right now. They're going to roll over Air Force, and it's going to be bad. Brock?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with you guys. I don't think I've ever watched Air Force win a football game on TV, so go Boise. It's Boise if you live there, right? It's not Boise. Boise.
State. The Broncos and the blue turf roll all over our
No.
roll all over the Air Force. Go.
Not on the
I don't care. They cut out a little patch. They bring it with them every week. They play with the blue
he's got a
turf.
point. He's got a point there.
Mr. Newell.
You don't think they have extra blue turf lying around that they could bring to every fucking stadium?
Your results are back.
Poindexter.
Turns out you're an idiot.
All right. Next game is Arkansas. Arkansas travels to number 8, Texas A&M. Casey from Barstool, she loves Texas A&M. And everybody forgets Arkansas has one bad call, one bad half away from being 4-0. But I'm still taking the Aggies, baby. Show me the money. I'm taking Texas A&M. What do you like? I'm stealing all of Borm's notes, by the way.
Yeah. Like he said, Arkansas has one bad call and one bad half away from 4-0. Let's just put it on the table. Georgia pulled their head out of their asses and stuck into Arkansas like they should have. So Arkansas has been a little bit of a surprise. I think we cover here. A&M wins, Arkansas covers. Lane, what do you think?
You forgot to say, but Texas is not a punchy bag everyone thought they would be.
Did you write
I'll
stuff
go ahead
down
and sing it.
first? What a loser.
Yeah.
So you get 3 pages of notes, and I don't even get fucking invited till 45 minutes in.
You're
And
good.
it's like, all right, we're going live. 3,
Know your place.
2. Make sure you're drunk for this. I got bamboozled into this shit.
Hey, Brock, some of us would like to give our picks. Arkansas, they like Josh, I mean, like what Dallas said, they're 1/2 away from from an undefeated season. Dallas, that's a good good you got there. Casey Smith, God, I love her. She's A&M. Johnny Football's gone. A&M rolls, and they roll heavy. Good job, Dallas. Rock, your turn, buddy.
Oh my God! What was that?
Oh. I'm going to Arkansas. Just kidding. No, I'm not. What Lane said verbatim. Exactly how he said it.
Who did he even pick?
Who's this Lane?
You know, Arkansas is 1/2 away from being
I don't
4-0.
know who Lane is.
How
Oh,
many
no.
fucking idiots want to say that tonight? Arkansas.
All right.
You're picking them outright to win, huh, buddy? Anyways,
They're 1/2 away from an undefeated season.
I gotta see that for the game.
Florida, Missouri.
All right. Next, the Missouri Tigers play the Florida Gators. I'm taking the Gators. It's in the swamp, so you got to go with the home team here. What do you like there, buddy? I'm taking notes, way, so I can't sound smart.
Anyways, Florida's defense couldn't stop the little fucking Giants from scoring.
Can't believe you
You wrote that
Whatever. Florida's offense can light up the scoreboard, but their defense is.
down.
Missouri hangs around, but Florida wins. Later.
Well, I don't get a nice little cheat sheet to look off like this, but I'm going to go ahead and choose Florida. That's enough. I chose Florida. I do think what is it, 14.5? 14.5?
15.
15.5. I think Missouri covers, but Florida's going to win this one. Brock?
Missouri.
That might as well have been a mic drop.
Wow. It's my lock of the week. I think Dan Mullen and Kyle Trask proved too much for the old Tigers.
Holy fuck, boys. I'm late as shit.
Yeah.
Let's speed this
Okay.
fucker up.
Our week game of the week. This is our big one.
We lost it.
This is our big game, you guys. Ohio State goes to Penn State. Ohio State being ranked number 5, Penn State number 18. Ohio State 13.5 point favorite. I'm taking every inch of the Buckeyes here.
I bet you are. Bet you're taking every inch.
The only inches you're taking tonight. Anyway,
Oh,
well,
go ahead.
Look, Ohio State beat Nebraska by 35. I know. I watched the whole fucking. And Ohio State didn't play that well. The running game, apart from Fields, was virtually absent. Nebraska didn't really play that bad. They fumbled twice, which killed them, which led to 2 Ohio State scores. I mean, that's a huge swing. So if Ohio State plays well, runs the ball, and stops people like Nebraska, look, Penn State's at home. It's a little bit different when there's not 100,000 Pennsylvanians being absolutely insane, wearing white, swinging towels. I got Ohio State. Lane?
I agree with Dallas, other than him taking every 14.5 inches of Ohio
Yeah,
State.
ask your mom about that.
I told you he was taking inches today. 14.5. You're about pretty close.
You easy when you talk about Miss Incredible that way. But Ohio State.
You're missing your wife with your mom?
What in Kentucky's going on here?
I just
Go to work.
Ohio
Go to
State.
work.
Ohio State's winning this fucking game. Go ahead, Brock.
Well, for all you Ohio State bandwagoners, I would just like to remind everyone that a Buckeye is a hairless nut. It's nuts with no hairs. And that's what all you Buckeye fans are. That being said, I think the Buckeyes are going to beat Penn State. Not a fan.
That being
They're going
said,
to cover.
Oh,
Going into this game, Penn State had one of the best tight ends in the nation in Pat Freiermuth. And they also had one of the best linebackers, Micah Parsons, who I believe sat out the year for COVID-related reasons.
Chlorophyll.
Yeah, thank you. Chris Olave, hell of a wide receiver, but the best player on the field, and I think in the nation, is Justin Fields. Dot the I. Dot the I.
Jordan likes Justin Fields for Heisman 2020.
All right, so who do you choose?
Ohio State. Why would I write Justin Fields for Heisman 2020, Mr. Incredible, and pick Penn State?
Okay.
There's a reason why Mr. Incredible, not Mr. Brain. Look at that. All right, guys, this has been so much fun. I've had a blast. Brock, thank you. Thank you for coming on tonight. We appreciate you, Brock Wiggert.
Thanks, Wiggert.
No, thank all you guys for doing a lot of research and having all your shit together and then just having me jump on. That was great.
As for Josh Borm, Lane Millay, Jared Newirth, and Brock Wiggert, I'm Dallas Hansen signing off on another week of People's Game Day.